Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology as we continue with the Baltic campaign. Now, last time we returned to the Air Force, at least for a little bit, to run a strike on Russian command and control facilities, if I remember correctly. And we've more or less been successful in bringing a halt to their offensive. We've cut their supply lines with airstrikes, and we've secured our own by destroying their fleet in the Baltic. Excuse me. So now we should be ready to move on, and maybe with a little bit of preparation, start thinking about turning the tide of this war and pushing the Russians back into Russia and out of the Baltics. And hopefully the sound is good today. I know if anyone watches my Command and Conquer videos, I know yesterday the audio on that was pretty terrible. And I'm not quite sure why that was, but I've played with a few settings. Then honestly, again, like the rest of the audio for this week sounded fine, so I don't know why that just took a shit dive, but I bumped up the bit rate, so hopefully that improves some of the quality and you can get hear some of what I'm hearing. So, and hopefully that fixes it in the future, although I'll have to experiment a little more with Command and Conquer. I might have had the scout mode on too, which might have messed with things, not quite sure. So, but in any case, let's continue on with our campaign. Iron Dry, Salali Airbase. I butchered that. Date August 26th, local time 1200 hours, weather clear. Situation: the number of available MiGs based at Vilnius must be effectively reduced in order to achieve air superiority over the front. Mission objective: provide air cover to strike aircraft. Threat suppression data: ground opposition SA-9s, ZSU-23-4s, air opposition MiG-31s and MiG-29s. Electronic intelligence: support aircraft, AG drone. So we will be flying as the Lithuanians this time. Once again, I'll sub in the Gripen for the F-16C. And it looks like we'll be protecting British Tornadoes, and we'll have support from American F-4G Wild Weasels, which, funnily enough, were retired long before this game is supposed to take place, or this campaign specifically. So it looks like they'll handle the SAMs, will handle the air cover, and the Tornadoes will take out the airport and aircraft on the ground. So let's swap over to our Gripen. And as per the usual, I think this loadout is generally fine. Other than, well, actually, let me go back to the map. Okay, so it's about 25 miles. Like, coming in, it's probably closer to 40, but then it's going to be 25 miles back. So I feel comfortable in swapping the fuel tank out for a flare chaff pod. Or actually, better yet, a jammer. And then the we can take 2 flare chaff pods in place of the Mavericks, and then still have 4 AMRAAMs and 2 Sidewinders. So with that, let's get started. Alright, throttling up. There's our charges, so let's make sure we're going to immediately head in this direction. Looks like, we got French Gazelles that are probably going to be handling some of the ground targets. But there's the Tornadoes. Nothing on radar quite yet, although I do see there's a lot beyond our 50-mile range, which, yep, MiG-31s to the northwest, or sorry, to our northwest, the northeast really, and then MiG-29s to the east. So we do have to be aware of those, particularly the MiG-31s. So I think I get 2 wingmen, so that's not a good sign. So presumably shit's gonna hit the fan. So for now, I can send them over to attack him, and we can divert a bit to the north and worry about that this way a bit. And we can worry more about that MiG-31. And it looks like they got the idea, so that is a nice change of pace. I don't see a need to afterburn quite yet. But, alright, we're starting to get a lock on. Let's just take a brief look around. Is he alone? No. He's got one buddy. And only one buddy, it looks like, so. It looks like our wingmen are wiping up those MiG-29s. Ooh, they even had some M's mixed in, so congrats to our wingmen for taking them out. Looks like I imagine there's probably at least 4. So they are starting to turn into us to attack us. So we're gonna fire off our first AMRAAM. And yep, there they are. They're in firing range now. And if we could get a read on his buddy. There we go. A little close in, but we'll live. There we go. Good hit, good hit. Whew, that was close. That could have gone very badly. Okay, no damage. But now we have a distinct advantage, because this is a turning fight now. Except for the part where he's trying to fly away from me, I guess. We'll lose another AMRAAM. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, that one should be easy, so. Because he was, not turning, and I believe the AMRAAMs go up to Mach, somewhere between Mach 3 and Mach 5. I think it's generally Mach 3, but I know he had, that MiG was still in the process of accelerating, so AMRAAMs should have been able to catch up to him quite readily. Alright, so, oh, we have our flaps on. Didn't even realize that. A little energy for a better turn rate, and there we go. And our wingmen too are destroying Su-35s now, so impressive work by them. We are looking at our wingmen. I don't see the tornadoes, which is somewhat concerning, but it looks like whatever's going on up there, we have aircraft dealing with it. So yeah, we're just gonna close in and try to deal with whoever's left. Tornado. One tornado has taken damage, but it looks like he's generally okay. Our wingmen have definitely taken some damage, but they seem to be doing alright now. The F4Gs are coming off their attack run, so I take it that... Let's see, I see 2 tornadoes. Where's the... Oh, there's the third. Okay. So I take it that the air defenses were suppressed, and since our wingmen are attacking, I presume there's aircraft on the ground for us to take it. Yep, there's got to be some here. I don't see any on the active runways, so we'll do a pass to Oh, I take that back. There's a Su-25 trying to take off. Alright, got him. And it looks like our wingman took out another Su-35 on ground. And it seems like all aircraft have been destroyed, so the mission is accomplished. We'll just probably have them disengage then, and we can gun these soldiers down real quick while the tornadoes finish up with the airfield. There we go. That'll loosen up their logistics a little bit. Tornadoes are still in on the attack, but I think we've got the we finished the objective, so we can go home and take this as a really easy victory. So I think the weakness of the Russian supply lines are starting to show. Certainly, I think the air war has been. Let me turn that off. I think the air war has been rough on them, and they've lost a lot of experienced pilots. They've lost a lot of good airframes too. So they, I imagine that you know, soon we might even be seeing lesser airframes like MiG-21s, MiG-27s, or MiG-23s, but I think NATO definitely has some clear superiority in this area. So, and you know, again, this was a nice mission. No friendly losses. I mean, maybe the guys up north didn't do so well, but well, we can't see anything up there right now.
We're almost home.
But you know, down here at least, we took no losses. You know, our wingmen and the tornadoes had some damage, but you know, it's. Oh, my brake's still on. You know, it's nothing we won't get over. And in the meantime, you know, Russia's basically lost all the MiGs at their airbase along with the Sukhois. In addition to the interceptors, they scrambled to try to stop this. So, you know, they're losing pilots that aren't even in the air. And that's big. I mean, I think Midway showed just how big that could be. When, you know, Japan had most of their pilots and planes on the deck getting ready for, you know, a sortie against the base at Midway. And, well, it was going to be... Yeah, because it was going to be the carriers. And then they changed the target last second to Midway, so they had to... you know, change their bombs out, and I didn't ask for a supplemental radar. But, you know, that kind of... Oh, hello there. Looks like F4G came in behind us. Let's quick throttle up, because I know the AI isn't always the most patient. Certainly, I know I'm not as a human, so... And lots of vehicular activities around here. Where do we want to park today? Probably somewhere that's not gonna have a truck run out in front of it, if you know what I mean. Roland, I think that's a French air defense system, if I'm not mistaken. Might be mistaken on that, but... apparently one of our wingmen died, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but, maybe, this is kind of why I wish this game had a replay. Oh, that might be why. We have hostiles. Damn it, he must have he must have targeted my wingman while he was on a landing approach. But yeah, that's a wake-up call. We'll let our other Gripen land, because God knows he deserves it. But yeah, we were lucky. He was going to go for us next, and obviously we're kind of defenseless on the ground, as most aircraft are. Long track, shelter.
I'm out of fuel. I'm punching out.
Oh, come on! You were so close. You could have glided that down. Jesus, I still have half of my fuel reserves left. Granted, they were dogfighting a lot more than us, but... Okay, after all that talk of bringing both wingmen home, I guess we're bringing no wingmen home. It's mildly annoying. In any case, debrief. Conus Airbase, date August 26th. Mission high and dry. Resolution success. Congratulations on a very successful surgical strike. We destroyed all 9 targets, so I guess, and it doesn't say anything about protecting anything, so our true goal was to destroy these aircraft rather than to actually protect the tornadoes. Always love it when that happens. We suffered no damage. Our one wingman got shot down in landing approach. The other one bailed out because he ran out of fuel in like the last second of his approach and apparently thought he couldn't put it down. But I mean, I know it's not his fault. It's the way the game handles it. When an AI aircraft runs out of fuel, it auto crashes. So, you know, they don't have the capability to try to recover that. But I mean, as we showed, there was a single mission I did a while back for the Vietnam campaign where you're left with like 500 pounds of fuel in a Corsair, and you got to get back to the Kitty Hawk. You know, there were, you know, we landed on no fuel. So. But in any case, we had 3 fighter kills, the 2 MiG-31s and the Sukhoi on the ground. Looks like our next wingman had 2, which I presume was a mix of MiG-29, MiG-29Ms, and Sukhoi Su-35s. We also had a truck and that group of soldiers, to our credit. Let's see, we had 3 missile launches, 2 hit, 1 was spoofed. Oh, we only launched 3, okay. I suppose we were out of range for the Sidewinder, and then I just gunned down the second guy. Our other wingman, our first wingman rather, had 3 hits, 2 misses, and a spoof out of 6 launches, and we had a third of our gun hit, 9% of his hit. I think the airfield helped with that, though, since all the shots that missed the truck and soldiers were technically hits in the airfield. There were 7 missile launches on us, 1 failed, and the rest were spoofs, so unfortunately our jammer didn't do anything. Maybe we should have mounted that fuel tank after all. But, and then we had 1 launch on our wingman, which hit, and then some gunshots on him, which hit, so bad news for him, but at least, looking on the bright side, our aircraft inventory is pristine, which for a while it was not, so I'm kind of happy to have all these clean aircraft ready to go at a moment's notice. So, and I think that will conclude today's episode. So with that, thank you all for watching, and stay safe out there, and stay tuned for next time, and we'll see you then.